Hey guys, cheap. This is Hopping Lovers YouTube here. So it's home for the Bosch very perfect EcoScience drive WAT28371 GB/69 washing machine. Very perfect with 9 kg 1400 RPM spin, Series 6, and having with the Siemens iSensor EcoDrive Extra Class WM140 492 GB/72 washing machine, 9 kg 1400 RPM spin. And having with the Bosch Series 4 condenser sensor dryer, 8 kg WNT WTN A32 Series 2 GB/01 condenser sensor dryer, and having with the Siemens iSensor EcoDrive, and having with the Siemens iSensor Extra Class WT46G 491 GB/12 9 kg condenser sensor dryer. So anyway, just wanted to show you guys that we have got a mystery new machine here though. As you can tell, it's in my house anyway, but just you can tell we have a brand new mystery machine here, which as you can tell, this tumble dryer here we've not seen before anyway, but as you can see, it's next to where the Siemens washing machine is, and the Siemens and it's so yeah, as you can see, it's just opposite to where it's just next to the Siemens washing machine anyway. And to be fair, it is the compact tumble dryer anyway, with a venter tumble dryer anyway. So it is a compact venter tumble dryer anyway. So anyway, this is the new mystery tumble dryer, as you can see guys, which uses this tumble dryer you haven't seen before anyway. So if I show you it, oh, camera's not, hold on. There he is guys. We have a brand new mystery tumble dryer here. We have a brand new mystery compact tumble dryer. So as you can see, this dryer here I've not seen before anyway. As you can see, it is a Russell Hobbs 2.5 kg compact venter dryer. As you can see, this dryer here, that's just came from my grand's anyway, because obviously for some reason, because my gran has just moved to his new place now apparently. So yeah, because this dryer that's just came from my gran's anyway, and now because my gran has just gave me this dryer apparently for the present anyway. So as you can see, my gran has just gave me this compact tumble dryer anyway. So yeah, because obviously for some reason my gran has just moved to his new place now apparently, in care home now apparently, because my gran has just moved to the care home now apparently. So that's why for some reason that I thought that she will give this dryer belongs to me apparently now. So yeah, so I thought she probably will give this dryer to me apparently. So as you can see, this compact dryer, as you can see, it's next to where the Siemens washing machine is, and also where the Siemens extra class tumble dryer is now apparently. But anyway, as you can see, the Siemens condenser sensor dryer is basically, this is the standard tumble dryer on the Siemens, and this one is a compact anyway, which basically this one isn't the standard tumble dryer though, but this one is a standard tumble dryer anyway. But this one's a compact, which this one's basically a tiny tumble dryer anyway. This one's a compact and this one's a standard tumble dryer anyway, which as you can see, there's no difference between them two anyway. But you know, especially because we have been using the Siemens for, you know, for quite a while now actually though. Been about a few years that we have been using the Siemens anyway, but now we've only got this dryer anyway. So if I open it, as you can see inside it, it's got the filter inside it anyway. It's got the fluff filter inside the drum anyway. If I take it out, just you can see it. This is where it catches the lint filter just inside anyway. So as you can see, this is the 2.5 kg tumble dryer anyway, and as you can see, the model number is there anyway. As you can see, the model number is RH3VTD800 apparently. So as you can see, it's got the little date code there anyway, and just you can see, there's the vent hose. As you can see, it's got the vent hose there anyway. This is where you connected up the vent hose anyway. This is where it connects with the water anyway. This is where the water goes into the vent hose anyway, and that's when, at the time when the water is full, we have to empty the water itself anyway. And just you can see, just right there, if I take it out, look, it's got that little thing inside it anyway, which as you can see, it'll probably show you the instructions on the back anyway. So yeah, just you can see it's got the instructions on the back anyway. But obviously you may not be able to see it anyway, because it's quite hard anyway. So it's obviously is where you called using the air intake filters anyway. This is the intake filters, as you can see anyway. It's got the M-make filter on it though. So yeah, this part here is the it's the air intake filter apparently. The way you have to put, you know, to clip your clothes inside it anyway. So yeah, quite good dry though, I'd say though, but you know. But anyway, this is where you have to open the filter anyway, but you know. But as you know, a bit hard to open anyway, but yeah. Yeah, to be fair, it's a bit hard to open anyway, but there you go. It just pops out anyway. So yeah. So yeah, this is the bit that gets a bit tricky anyway. But this is the bit that gets tricky anyway, when you have to do that anyway. But yeah, this is the bit that gets even trickier, it does anyway. Especially for times anyway, you know. So yeah. So yeah, which obviously I don't know which way it goes anyway, but you know, a bit tricky to see anyway, but obviously you had to put it out anyway to go through anyway. Obviously it's not in the right place anyway, but there you go. There it goes in its place anyway. And then to do that, you have to put the link for back in the drum anyway. There you goes. It's all in there anyway. But anyway, we're going to do the first load of it anyway. Which, as you can see, we've got a small load of lights to put in anyway. But we're going to test this dry out to see what it's like anyway. So as you can see, we've got a fair amount of load of some basically more like mixed lights and slash whites anyway. So anyway, we're going to put them in anyway. And there he goes. Got the tea towel. So yeah, it's more like mixed whites anyway. But you know. So yeah. Also got a couple few of the socks there anyway, but you know, got a couple few of the socks anyway. There you go. There you guys, look. That's how you fit in anyway. And there's another sock there anyway. There you go. Okay, I think that's all we got anyway. Now, to switch the dry one, as you can see, we've got quite a few plug sockets there anyway, but we're gonna switch this on anyway. Because I switch it on the wall anyway. And as you can see, you got your heat setting there. You got the cool down setting there, which is the 20 minutes. Obviously you got the 20-minute cool down setting on there anyway, which I think the 20-minute cool down is. I think the cool down setting is about 10 minutes anyway. And then on here you got the heat setting. You got the warm and hot setting there anyway. Also you set it for 2 hour minutes anyway, which is, I think 2 hour minutes is probably around 3 hours and 20 anyway. And I think the 1 hour minute is 1 hour 40, and the 1 hour 20 is 2 hours. 1 hour 40 is 2 hours and 20. 1 hour 60 is 2 hours 40 minutes, and the 1 hour 80 is 3 hours, and then the 2 hours is 3 hours and 20 minutes. And then you've got the cold air setting, which only takes for around 80 minutes anyway. So you've got the cold setting there, which is 80 minutes. So that's the air dry setting you got there, and the heat setting is the red, and the blue is the air dry cool air. Anyway, so anyway, we're gonna set this probably. Anyway, we're gonna close the door now. Anyway, but as you can see, you won't be able to see through in there because, as you can see, it's a bit hard to see when your clothes are going round. Anyway, but just so you know, this dry you won't be able to see well anyway because the door on this, it's just not good anyway. So I think what we're going to do is that we're probably going to set it for 80 minutes anyway. Yeah, we're going to set this for 80 minutes, warm setting, and we're going to hit I'm going to hit go. Here we go, just on 80 minutes. Quite quiet in there though, because you can tell the dryer is very quiet anyway. It's very quiet in there though. That dryer is so quiet in there though, literally it's so quiet. Anyway, so I'll catch you when it's just on the next drying stage, you know, when it gets to about 45 minutes anyway. Well, I'll catch you there anyway. Hey guys, on YouTube, I think the Rasa Hob is currently still on drying at the moment, but as you can see, we've just nearly about 40 minutes left anyway, but as you can see, we've just only got about 40 minutes left anyway. So as you can see, we're pretty much still on drying at the moment. So yeah, as you can see, we're pretty much on drying at the moment, so yeah. Anyway, so I catch it when it's just reached the cool down setting though, so I catch it there. RH3 Jeep, as you can see, I think the Russell Hobb is just, as you can see, it's now in the cooling down stage now, I think, anyway. Which, as you can see, I think we've reached about the 20-minute mark anyway. Just only reached about 20 minutes anyway. And we're now onto the cooling down stage anyway. So as you can see, we're just now in the cooling down stage now. There we are. As you can see, it just clicked anyway. Right. Now we're going to check to see how much dry it is in there anyway. Oh my god, I would have to say that is so dry in there though, actually. That is so dry in there. Especially it's only been on for about like 20 minutes anyway, you know. As you can see, the mark is just where it ended to anyway, just on the off anyway. As you can hear, it just clicked anyway. I just heard it clicked anyway, so yeah. But anyway, we're now going to unload. We're now going to unload this anyway. Oh my god, that is so dry anyway. Especially because when I had to check it earlier on, when I had to open the door, the heat on there was so hot anyway. But you know, I think because of the heat on there was so hot anyway. Make sure there's no damp in there or nothing anyway. Yeah, pretty much to say there's no damp in there or nothing anyway. There's no damp in it though, but it's just good. There's no damp anyway. Yeah, it's all pretty dry though, I say though. It's all pretty dry in there though. Yeah. That is so dry anyway. I tell you what, that is so dry anyway. And especially even if like I didn't even see there was a tumble dry sheets there anyway, but that one I didn't see anyway. But probably the fact is I forgot to put the tumble dry sheets anyway, which I did not see anyway. Which, as you can tell, there's the normal tumble dry sheets, summer breeze, and the other one is the normal tumble dry sheets, sparkly blooming yellow poppy, apparently. Which that one we could have used anyway with that anyway, but turns out, obviously, because turns out it's just, you know, it's just busy anyway. Now we're going to see how much lympho we've just catched anyway on this. So all you do is, I think you do that, I think. Not too sure how to open it anyway, but hang on a minute. There we go. Just had to pop it open anyway. Right. Oh yeah, you can see we've got a bit of filter anyway, a bit of fluff anyway. But we're just going to get the filter off of it anyway. And then put it back in. As you can see, we've only catched about that much anyway. Only about that much filter we've just only about catched anyway. But you know, it's going good though actually. Especially as a nice proper dry though anyway, but especially the 2.5 kilogram load anyway, but especially because it's so weird having a 2.5 kilogram compact dry anyway on the Rosa Hop anyway. But one thing is though, because of the door of it, you can't see through very well anyway. But one thing about this door is because that you can't see through anyway. But one thing about this door is because that you can't actually see through anyway. But basically, I think this door is, as you can see, is a double glazed glass door anyway. But you know, the same as on the Siemens anyway. But you can tell, double glazed glass door on the Siemens anyway. Which, as you can see, this one you can't. Well, because obviously it's so weird to see through with the clothes drying anyway. But especially with a load of darks, especially when you dry a load of darks in it, you can't even see it through very well anyway. Because it's so weird, because with that you just can't like see it through anyway, which is a bit weird anyway, which is so weird because you can't like even see it through anyway. But you know, it's so weird that you can't even see it through properly anyway, especially when it's just, you know, drying anyway. But it's alright when you see it with a load of lights anyway. But as you can tell, this load here, that was just washed in the Bosch Series 6 anyway. But I have got some good news about the Bosch Series 6. I'm just letting you know that the Bosch very perfect WAK28260/11 got some good news about it though. It's fully working anyway. It's back to be fully working anyway. But I have got some good news about it though. But it's now fully working anyway. Because obviously now for some reason it's now fully back working anyway. Which I did have some good news about the Bosch very perfect anyway. Which obviously since I think last week we fixed it anyway, I think, yeah. So yeah, there's because trouble is there has been a bit of a problem. This has been a problem with the door lock fascia on the Bosch 36 anyway. But for some reason there's been a problem with this machine anyway. So yeah, for some reason, because of the Bosch RH3VTD800, there's been a problem with the door lock anyway. But as you can tell on the Bosch RH3VTD800, the door lock is fully fixed anyway. That's why, because you know, I had to live stream it on Washkin 2000 anyway, which for some reason we had to fit a new door lock in anyway, and especially we almost took out the door seal out anyway, but obviously we had to pull off the spring band anyway to fit a new door lock anyway, which is like that, but you know, just on the left hand side, just on the right hand side anyway, which is the same as what you get on the Siemens anyway, but as you can see, because you got the pips in it anyway, but you know, same on the Siemens anyway, but you know, but the Siemens is still going strong anyway. But as you can tell, the Siemens washing machine is still going strong anyway, but that's still fully working anyway. But you know, it's probably because the fact is we had a few problems with the Bosch RH3VTD800 anyway, because of the door lock wasn't closing anyways, because we had a bit of problem with the door lock anyway. As for some reason the light was showing, saying that the door lock was flashing, and the door lock was kind of flashing on the Bosch RH3VTD800 anyway. So yeah, we had a few issues with that apparently though. So yeah, at least me and Dad and I, we've managed to fix the door lock. We did anyway. We managed to fit a new door lock anyway, and then we took the old door lock out anyway. But as you can tell, we've managed to take out the door lock out anyway. On it we did. So yeah, we managed to take the door lock out of it anyway. Which hopefully we will do some return videos of the Bosch RH3VTD800 hopefully. Which I don't know when I'm going to think about doing that anyway. But I haven't got a clue when I'm thinking to do the return video of the Bosch Series 6 Very Perfect anyway, which I haven't got a clue when I'm thinking of doing that anyway. But you know, so yeah, not sure when I'm going to do the first load in there anyway, which I haven't got a clue when I'm going to be doing it anyway. So yeah, but I haven't got a clue when I'm thinking to do videos of the Bosch Very Perfect anyway. So yeah, and also thinking of that, we might be doing the drying race hopefully between the Hobbs and versus the Siemens anyway, which I haven't got a clue when I'm thinking to do the drying race video between the Siemens and the Hobbs anyway. But you know, I think we might be doing a drying race video, but I haven't got a clue yet anyway. But we'll probably have to wait and see what we can do first anyway. But we might be doing the drying race video first anyway, before we do the return video of the Bosch Very Perfect anyway. But you know, so yeah, we might be able to do the drying race first anyway, before we turn back to do the videos of the Bosch Very Perfect anyway. But we're probably thinking we could do the drying race between the Hobbs compact 2.5 kilogram compact dryer versus the Siemens standard condenser tumble dryer as well anyway, because as you can see, this one is a compact and this one's a standard anyway. So yeah, we might be doing the drying race video, I think, which I don't know when we're thinking of doing anyway. Because obviously I've only done the drying race video between the Hobbs and the Siemens yesterday, which I did live stream it on Washkin 2000 I did anyway. Which one I did was the 60-minute dry on Washkin 2000, which that was the first live stream part I did. And then the second part, I think I did the 85 minutes versus the Cotton's Cover Dry Plus. Cotton's Covered Extra Dry, sorry. So I think I've done the 85. I think the 85 minutes is the one I did with dogs yesterday, and the Siemens we did the Cotton's Covered Extra Dry setting anyway. But I think because the trouble is we might be able to split the load up anyway. But I think what we could do is that we could actually split the load up anyway. You know, like we actually did. You know, I think like I have done this week anyway. But you know, like split the load up anyway between the Hobbs and the Siemens, you know, like half each of the load anyway. When like the washing machine's finished and all that, we could probably just split the load up anyway. But you know, I don't know what I was thinking to do anyway, but we might be doing the 60-minute dry, I think. I think for the next, well, we might be doing the 60-minute dry, I think, on the Hobbs anyway. We might be doing the 60-minute one, I think, anyway, probably the 60-minute wash. I think the 60-minute dry race we might do anyway, between the Hobbs and the Siemens anyway. So yeah, I think for the next part we might do the 60-minute dry, I think, on both, between the Hobbs and the Siemens anyway. Which that would be for a good idea anyway, especially when there's washing in it anyway. But you know, especially when there's washing in it anyway. But I don't know when I'm going to do that anyway. But hopefully it might be doing it sometime soon, but I don't know when anyway, especially when the weather's raining and all that anyway. We can probably do the drying race between the Russell Hobbs and the Siemens then anyway, but you know, but which we will wait and see anyway, but we'll wait and see what happens anyway. So yeah. So yeah, so as you can tell, this dryer here though, that's just came from my grand's anyway, from my grand's flat anyway, which unfortunately my gran doesn't want this dryer anymore, so that's why, because my mum has kindly gave this to me anyway. So yeah, which as you can see is it's the first time using it anyway. Oh, hold on, just missed that load out anyway on the 2 socks. As you can see, the drum side is so shiny anyway. As you can see, the drum of it is so shiny anyway. Especially it has the 3 pedal drums anyway. It's got the 3 pedals anyway. Especially as you can see inside it, it's got 3 pedals in it anyway. It's got 3 pedals inside anyway. It's a 3 pedal dryer anyway. It's a 3 pedal drum anyway. But whereas on the Siemens, it's got 2 pedals anyway. And whereas on the Siemens washing machine, it's got 3 anyway. But the Russell Hobbs has got 3 pedals, and so does the Siemens washing machine. But except for the Siemens condenser dryer, it's got 2 pedals anyway. And especially the same on the Bosch Series 6 as well. And I think it's the same on the Bosch Series 4 condenser dryer as well. Because the Bosch Series 4 has 2 pedals, same as the Siemens anyway. Because whereas the Bosch Series 6, that has 3 pedals as well anyway. So yeah. So yeah, it's so weird though, because it's so weird using this dryer anyway. Especially as the mystery tumble dryer anyway, especially as the mystery new machine anyway. But anyway, but I'm gonna check to see how much more we have got anyway. But you know, I think in there you get, you know, as you can see, there's not much in there anyway. But you know, so yeah, I think in there you only get a bit much anyway. But you know. That's the lint filter, as you can see anyway. That's the lint filter that catches it anyway. But you know, so yeah. So as you can see, there's the vent hose, just you can see at the back anyway, which that's the connectors from the back anyway. And also you've got that thing there as well anyway, which that one just protects the vent hose anyway. So as you can see, that's the vent hose anyway, which basically this dryer is definitely the vented anyway, but this is definitely the vented compact dryer anyway. But you know, I think because, to be fair, this machine here it's basically the same make as the Bush anyway, but it's more like a Bush make sort of compact dryer anyway. But this is basically the Bush make apparently, but this one is basically it's because trouble is with that one is basically the Bush anyway. But because trouble is it's more like a Bush make tumble dryer anyway. But you know, so obviously it's more like a Bush make compact dryer anyway. But you know. So yeah, but this is more like the Bush make tumble dryer anyway, which is the Russell Hobbs anyway, Russell Hobbs / Bush anyway. So yeah, but this is basically the Bush make tumble dryer apparently. So yeah, but this is more of the Bush make apparently. So yeah, which is this dryer here is basically the same as the Bush anyway. So yeah, I quite like the look of this dryer anyway, but especially it's much even better than compared to the White Knight and the Interset anyway, you know, and the Creeder compact dryer anyway. But you know, because to be fair, especially because with the door with it though, it's so hard to see though. But I wish I could have got the bare compact dryer than that anyway. Because to be fair, I wish I ever could have got the White Knight compact dryer anyway, which I could have got anyway, which is the White Knight. Because the trouble is though, I wish I would have brought the White Knight to replace this dryer anyway. But you know, because the White Knight compact dryer I find even better than, especially with that door anyway. But especially on the White Knight dryer, it's just the fact that I find it even better anyway. You know, which I could have brought the White Knight compact dryer or the Interset or the Creeder anyway. You know.
See you later.
Boy. See you later, alright?
See you later on.
Sorry about that, people. It's just, as you can tell, it's just my nan and granddad just came anyway. Sorry about that, people. Sorry, just a bit interrupted anyway. Just got a bit interrupted anyway, which that's the only thing I really hate anyway. I hate when people just interrupt me when I'm videoing anyway. So yeah, I just hate when they do that. It just really annoys me. So yeah, hopefully, like we say, we might be doing the drying race part, hopefully, between the Hobbs and the Siemens anyway, which I think for the next part we might be doing the 60-minute one anyway. So yeah, but especially with that, it's so weird to see with the door through anyway, but especially you can't see it anyway, but especially when I close it, you can't even see it, but you still see it though, but you can't even see it much through anyway. But whereas on the Siemens you can anyway, because you know, whereas on the Siemens you can see it through anyway. So yeah, it's just so weird to see it through anyway, you know. But even if I would have got a better compact dry to replace the Hobbs anyway, which it could have been the White Knight or the Interset anyway. So yeah, which could have been the Interset or the White Knight or the Hobbs paint one, because I think with that you can actually get the Hobbs paint compact dry anyway, because Hobbs ones is even good anyway, and the Creeder compact dry as well anyway. So yeah, you can get the Creeder one as well anyway. But you know, but as you can tell, this one is just this one here. That's just came from a Grand's anyway, which I don't know where the Bosch washing machine is anyway, which the ones that she did have anyway. I think I'm not sure where the Bosch washing machine is anyway, when my Grand's Bosch washing machine is anyway, which I can't remember what model it was anyway, but because I used to do an overview of it anyway. I think it was around the time that I used to do the review of it anyway. So yeah, I think it was around 4 years ago that I used to do the review of it anyway, which I can't remember when anyway. But I think the model was WAE 28262GB, I think it was, I think it was the 7 kilogram and the 400 spin, I think anyway. But I don't know where that one is to anyway. And all that's just being moved somewhere else anyway, you know. So yeah, because my Grand's machine that I used to film was the Bosch, was basically a Bosch free standard washing machine anyway, which was the 7 kilogram with 400 spin WAE 28262GB, I think it was, which that one my mum could have been anyway, was the Bosch anyway, even if the Hobbs could have gone on top and then the Bosch washing machine could have come here next to the Siemens washing machine anyway, which would have been so weird that we would have done a wash race between the Bosch and the Siemens anyway. But you know, now because for some reason we've now got the Hobbs compact dry anyway, but you know, now it's because we haven't got the Bosch washing machine here anyway, you know, which has been Grand's Bosch washing machine that we haven't got anyway. But the trouble is, my mum could have bought the Bosch washing machine here next to the Siemens, and the Hobbs could have stacked on top anyway, you know, especially when you can't see when there's toy washing machines around anyway. But as you can see, it's still got the toy washing machines above anyway, but you know, so yeah. It's just so weird anyway. It's so weird having this machine here anyway. But this dryer used to be my Grand's, but this used to belongs to my Grand's, but now because this time it belongs to me apparently, now it belongs to my dryer now apparently, which now I've got 2 dryers in the garage anyway, and especially except for the washing machine, which is the Siemens anyway, except for I've only got 1 washing machine, now I've got 2 dryers anyway, one's a compact, one's a standard anyway. So yeah, but hopefully, like I said, we will be doing the drying race video between the Hobbs and the Siemens anyway, which, like we say, we will be doing the 60-minute dry anyway, before we turn back to do videos of the Bosch Very Perfect, the Series 6 anyway. So yeah, and that's all I can say really. So yeah, especially I love the design of the drum paddles anyway, especially I love the design of the dry anyway, but it's quite good anyway, but apart from, because with the door of it you can't see through anyway, but that I find it difficult to see when the clothes are going around anyway. But you know, which I could have got to replace the other dry anyway, but you know, which it would have been the White Knight anyway. And also you got the cold setting there, which is the cool air, and the warm setting, and the high heat setting there as well, which is the hot setting, the warm setting, and the cool down setting there anyway. But I think for the next part we might be doing the cool air setting, and probably from there we might be doing the hot setting anyway, which, you know, because as you can see, with you only got 3 settings there anyway. You've got the cool down, the heat dry, and the air dry, and also it says timing minutes on it as well anyway. So yeah, you only got 3 settings anyway. Basically this is more like the cottons and synthetics dry anyway, which, you know, more like the cottons and synthetics dry anyway, but obviously for some reason it doesn't have the cottons and synthetics dry on there anyway, but you know, which is a bit weird anyway. It doesn't even have that cycle anyway, but whereas on But whereas if because I think because with that you only got a program guide there anyway, which is the cool down, heat setting, heat dry and air dry, which the cool air is the blue setting, and then the warmer hot setting is the red setting, and the cool down setting is the silver setting. Anyway, because as you can see, the colour of it is quite good anyway. So yeah. So yeah, but it's a bit weird though anyway, but you know, I quite like this dryer, but it's alright though. It's quite alright machine though, but it's just with the door itself you can't see it anyway. But you know, it's basically an alright machine though, but I wouldn't mind it. But it's just like for me, it's just, you know, the door of itself, it's quite difficult anyway. But you know, especially it's got the grain design door anyway, but same on the Siemens and the condenser dryer there anyway, but they both got the same thing anyway. But you know, you got the thing anyway, but you know, but it's alright anyway. So yeah, and that's about it really. So yeah, like we said, we will be doing the drying race video between the Rossop and the Siemens on the 60. We will be doing the 60-minute dry, hopefully for the next part. We probably will do it anyway, but I don't know when we'll be able to do it anyway, especially when we split the load up anyway. Hopefully we'll do that for the next part, for the next generation anyway. So yeah, anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and yeah, and I shall see you guys later, and hope you know famous YouTuber at all times, and goodbye.